So I'm not gonna lie, what did I just watch? Like, I wasn't expecting any of this. Let's talk about it because it kind of messed me up, to be honest. So I wasn't really planning on making a video about this series in general, just because I'm like, okay, I have way too many other videos planned out. But when I found out it was by the same creator that brought us Kaguya-Sama Love is War, and after watching the first episode, that hour and a half hour premiere, I kind of changed my mind because it was dark, so to say. Something so very depressing. Have you ever seen Elena the Wandering Witch? At first, kind of the cute vibe gets you sucked right in, thinking, okay, cool, this is gonna be really happy and wholesome. But no, it straight up turns into like a dark horror type of story. That's what Elena's Wandering Journey is. It's really a dark fantasy type of story. No, same thing with Oshinoko. At first, it kind of gets you like sucked in that, okay, cool, this is gonna be like a happy idol type of show. But no, it is something really dark. It's like a dark thriller type of show. It is sad. It is really depressing, and it got me hooked on instantly. So the creator of Kaguya-Sama Love is War created this, also known as Aka Aka Yasaka. So Oshinoko is basically an idol type of story. At first, this entire episode was essentially just a prologue to the main series, which is insane, to be honest. So I'll give a brief synopsis as to what the story is, essentially, without giving away too much spoilers. So essentially, this doctor is treating this famous idol, Ai Hoshino, and she's pregnant, and the public is unaware that she is pregnant, and she hides this and asks this doctor, can you please help me deliver my children? And at first I found it kind of creepy that the doctor's kind of obsessed with it, but once we know the background between the idol and the doctor and his reasoning, I found it pretty sad, to be honest. It was kind of like, I'll get to that in a second, but it was pretty tragic. So essentially the doctor ends up helping her deliver her kids, kind of. He ends up treating her, getting to know her as she's hospitalized. And when the delivery date is due for her children, he ends up getting mysteriously stabbed by a stalker of the idol. And that's when he wonders, damn, I'm not gonna deliver my promise of helping I deliver her children. And he just straight up dies. The main character at that point, just a few minutes in, it ends up getting killed with no reason. It's like, wow, that is shocking. That's not the only shocking thing. It turns out once he died, he had been reincarnated as the son of said idol. He also has a twin sister who at the moment he does not know the identity of. And seeing the journey of the doctor or the sons of I was pretty interesting. They're kind of like background characters at the beginning of the show. The main focus is on Ai Hoshino, basically the super idol, what's going on with her life, because at the time she was 16 years old and she got pregnant. At the moment we don't know who the father is. We don't know who she got pregnant by, but it's pretty interesting as the show tries to explore the aspect about love and lying. What does it mean to love? Is it okay to lie? And it does such a phenomenal job at doing that. It's only towards the end of the episode that you finally realize what Ai has been going through. She was abandoned. She grew up in an orphanage, so she had no family, no parents. She had no one to look after her. And when she found out she was gonna have children, she was pretty happy, despite her knowing some fans weren't gonna be happy, despite her company knowing that if word got out of this, that people were gonna go into an uproar, that she was gonna have children, it would bankrupt the company. It was something she could not abandon it because she never had any family, and her knowing she was gonna have these children, she wanted to give them a better life than she had. She grew up with nothing, and she's a superstar and everything, but at the end of the day, celebrities are still people. And I really love that the show, that this first episode gave into that aspect. It delved into her mindset, into the mindset of a celebrity. What do I do when I don't feel happy? Sure, I'm very successful, but I'm not very happy. And we start getting into the minds of the children of I, how they're basically reincarnated as two people who were really big fans of her. But it's ultimately tragic seeing the background of the doctor. Sure, we know what happened to him, but his twin sister, we find out a little bit more of it, that she was the she was the ill patient that the doctor had been treating. She was terminally ill. She was always a big fan of Ai. She always looked up to her, and when she found out she was reincarnated as her favorite idol's daughter, she was ecstatic, but at the same time very terrified. Once we got to know a little bit more of the history about her, how she was a terminally ill patient, how she had nothing to live for, she couldn't do anything but watch and be obsessed with her, you start to feel really bad and wonder, damn, it's okay, like it's gonna be okay. But the final moments of the episode is what really had me like just shedding my tears, man. Like I wasn't really expecting this series to like just have me straight up crying, but it really did. The moment I finally confessed to herself, she saw those flashbacks, she saw her life flashing before her eyes, she saw what family actually means. It just had me crying the entire time. I'm not gonna lie, like my face was just kind of sobbing. I'm like, damn, it didn't have to hit me just like that. It really did not have to hit me that hard. Just her seeing her eyes, her sparkling eyes just kind of fade away, and her son just being covered in her own blood was honestly tragic, to be honest. Because imagine being 4 years old, imagine being like 20 something years old, reincarnated into the body of like a 4-year-old. Sure, you were an adult, but you still are a kid. Physically and mentally, you are still a kid. Just imagine seeing someone die right in front of you. How horrifying it would be. Even at the end of the episode, he admits that he had to go through multiple years of therapy in order to finally get over the death of his mother. That was something that does happen in a real world. Like, murder isn't something you just forget so easily, especially if it's someone you were so close with. It really shows the mentality that celebrities go through. Sure, we may think kind of little of them, but everything we say and do does affect them from a certain point of view. And that's what I love about this show, that it's gonna delve into the life of a celebrity, of a super icon, what it means for them to actually be people. And I'm pretty excited to see what this series does going forward. I'm strictly gonna be only anime for this, so if you've read the manga, please don't spoil it for me. That's just my quick thoughts on Oshinoko. It's really tragic, it's really beautiful, the animation is insanely good. Like, it is amazing, the animation, the story, oh my gosh. Like I've already mentioned, it is sad. Like, this show going in, if you're straight up anime only, you are gonna cry, you are gonna be left feeling empty. And I really like that this is a prequel to the actual story, which begins in the following episodes. I really cannot wait to see the development between the two other characters, the two twins. That's gonna be interesting, seeing that he now has a motive to get revenge for his mother, to get revenge for the man that killed him in his former life. And for her twin sister, she just wants to live on as her mother's dream. Anyways, that's just my quick thoughts on this series so far, episode 1. What did you think about this series? Do you like it? Are you like me? Did you cry? With that being said, I'll catch you guys on my next video, so be sure to watch the episode, and yeah, peace out.